cat. I love you. Hey, welcome to Hungry Nordic. I'm Amanda, and I am hungry for warm, cozy food when it gets to be this time of year. Autumn is so great. So I'm going to share with you my basic Crockpot Beans recipe, starting from dried beans all the way through to seasoning to taste. If the phrase season to taste makes you nervous, take a deep breath, watch through to the end of this video. You're going to see how easy it is to not ruin the entire pot of beans like I did a few times. So my basic beans in a crock pot recipe. 2 pounds of beans. Soak it overnight in 2 quarts of water with a tablespoon of salt. The next morning, drain off the water and add 8 cups of liquid, whether that's broth, plain water, or liquid from canned tomatoes, for example. The tomatoes themselves will count towards at least 3 cups of vegetables go into the pot with your beans. These can include onion, garlic, bell peppers. Those are some of my favorites. But any other vegetables that sound good to you, put them in. Leave the crock pot on high for long enough to get some bubbles forming as it just begins to simmer. Come back, and this is where you taste, test, and see what kind of seasonings you need to add. Add about a teaspoon of salt, also some sort of pepper, and some herbs and spices. I usually wind up putting some bay leaves in, and we like things spicy in this house, so plenty of cayenne and red pepper flakes. Bean soup is also usually better when it's got a little bit of acidity to it, whether that comes from some tomatoes, or in this case I decided to add lime. My broth was a smoky turkey broth. I added a lot of coriander, and lime just seemed like the perfect fit to bring some brightness into this. Now, how do you go about making your finishing touches with seasoning? Get out a mug, put a spoonful of your bean soup in the mug, and taste it. Then get another spoonful, add a little more salt or a little more of the coriander or whatever seasoning you think the pot needs a little more of. Taste that little sample with a little more salt or other seasoning, and then decide whether you're going to put more into the entire pot. I did this same process with my lime juice. I wasn't entirely sure if I should add lime to the pot, so I took a taste in a little mug and added some lime to the mug, and then decided that yes, I like this sample with lime, so I'm going to add lime to the whole pot. I hope this is helpful. Head over to hungrynordic.com for all the details written out for you to read them. And while you're there, take a look around at some of the other things I'm offering. Coming up this fall, I'm going to be putting out resources to help those of you who are doing your first Thanksgiving with allergies, especially if they're gluten-free or other cumbersome allergies that make it hard around the holidays. With a little bit of planning, it's going to be no sweat. That's all for now. Happy cooking!